Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse cast this side of East Yorkshire, and today over 1v1 on Blood River. Over in the Space Marine corner we have Tychrion, and over in the Eldar corner we have got Sly Marborough. Sly Marborough throwing down some Guardian Defenders, Storm Guardians, Burn Singers, Fleet of Foots, all that jazz, as well as a Aspect Portal, whereas the Space Marine player is throwing down a couple of Servitors, a couple of Scouts, probably a Chapel Barracks at some point as well. So, very exciting. This is probably the first Ultimate Apocalypse cast I've done, which is not part of the tournament we did the other week. Got this game from the replay channel on the Discord. If you do play this mod and you want some of your games casted, or you think that they'd be quite good to see on the channel, please do feel free to upload them onto the Discord. The links will be in the description below. So anyway, we've got some plasma generators. If you're unfamiliar with Ultimate Apocalypse, if you throw some plasma generators adjacent to one of your buildings, it does increase their build. Not increase the build time, decrease the build time. If you pop them near the listing pairs, also increases the requisition stuff. So we've got triple generators over here, probably see some scouts and research going on over here. And then obviously this plasma generator will be, I do believe it's close enough to go in between this strategic point and the aspect portal here. So nice placement all in all. We do have some Dire Avengers coming out as well, some Storm Guardians just going around capturing their nearest and dearest. Scouts going over yonder to have a look at this critical location. Chapel Barracks just being finished, and we will see a Brother Captain coming out as well. I'm not entirely sure all that much about the bits and bobs on this mod compared to the vanilla. I do know little bits that I've learnt over my time, so if you know anything, like say for example, I don't know the difference between the Brother Captain and the Force Commander, but if you do happen to know anything that I miss on here, please feel free to shove them in the comments. But anyway, we've got some Guardian Defenders going up against these Scouts. Pound for pound, these Guardian Defenders will take on these Scouts while they are unupgraded. They are on auto-reinforce, but I mean, 3 of these boys versus 2 of these boys, I mean, look, they've been able to kill 2 Scouts in the time it's taken them to kill 1 Guardian Defender. Guardian Avengers capturing this relic over here. Storm Guardians manoeuvring out, seeing what they can see. Brother Captain about to pop. We do also have players generic Space Marines coming in for the Space Marine player. I do believe that every time you play as a Space Marine, you are able to choose which type of Space Marine you would like to play as. We're just going to go for generic Space Marines in this game. Brother Captain coming out. We'll see what he can do with these Storm Guardians. Storm Guardians being the melee variant of the regular Guardians. Brother Chaplain is going to engage in and just slap all these boys on at once, and turning around and going to engage with these boys, slaying everyone within his path. Doesn't want to mess around with these Space Elves. Some Assault Marines also coming out. Guardians over here going to capture this relic. We do have some Rangers on the wings as well, throwing out a little grenade. Storm Guardians and regular Guardians moving up down the middle of the river. We have a heavy bolter turret being built up. Very harassment focused is the Eldar player this time round. Dire Avengers moving in, throwing a grenade on these boys. Space Marines in Ultimate Apocalypse are very, very chunky boys. They are quite difficult to take down, but they are, well, they do start with quite low numbers at the beginning of the game. We do have a squad wipe over here. The Eldar offensive has been pushed back for a little while. These Assault Marines, not as chunky as your regular Tactical Marines, but they will be able to do some serious damage in close combat. These Dire Avengers are going to push away. Heavy Bolter Turret is in the way of being built up. This Burn Singer being struck down by the Assault Marines with wonderful, I do believe they are Russian flags. My flag knowledge is not entirely brilliant. We also have some groups of Servitors, 2 men in each squad, going to be building up this Heavy Bolter Turret. Brother Captain coming out, going to be seeing if they could chase away these Dire Avengers. These Dire Avengers still being chased around by the Assault Marines. These boys over here still capturing the relic. What's been built up in their base. We've got some Howling Banshees on the way. And we also have some Tactical Marines ready, willing and able. Didn't quite get round to building up this Heavy Bolter Turret. The Dire Avengers have managed to kill all the Servitors. So Space Marine player will have to build up some more. We do have 1 Servitor just chilling out over here. We'll be coming over to build this Heavy Bolter Turret at some point. Brother Captain, not one to mess with. He does have a lot of health and a lot of armour, but against all these boys on his own, especially with the armour-piercing bullets of the Rangers, will be forced back. Servitor now back over here, going to try and rebuild this boy. Assault Marines trying to ignore these boys, but then having to leave the relic alone to send these boys back. Servitors have been killed once again. Howling Banshee is trying to focus down on the brother captain over here. Assault Marines get into close combat with these Dire Avengers over here. Some more Assault Marines. Squad of 5 men going to swing on by and support everyone that they can. This brother captain is not wanting to stay in close combat for much longer. He will probably go down if he spends too much longer in the combat. Servitor is going to go for a third time, trying to build up this heavy bottle turret. Grenade goes down, bringing it down to half health. Dire Avengers trying to close in close combat with him. Might not be able to get this turret, and again, once again, failing to get that turret up. But the Assault Marines have got quite a sizable presence over here. Brother Captain narrowly avoiding this Howling Banshee squad. There is a squad wipe for those ladies over there as well. Some more Assault Marines being built up in the base as well. Ranger squad having a squad wipe over here. Scouts moving in. Going to be engaging these Dire Avengers in close combat. Won't be able to survive for very long, mind you. Listening Shrine does have some shooter bits on it. You have some Space Marines capturing this relic over here, and a heavy bottle turret being built up over there. Sizable amount of Marines over here now.
Scouts here.
Will be able to push back these Eldar units. Howling Banshees have been rebuilt, and more Rangers are being built up as well. We do have some Corsairs coming in. Very fast moving. Infantry. Primarily long range in their combat capabilities. Do have a push coming from the Eldar over here. They want to make sure that this heavy bottle turret is not put up. Servitor, 2 individual squads just chilling out over here. They might want to start building it up, although the Eldar won't be able to get close to prevent them from building it with this amount of Assault Marines on the field. Scouts over here are being slapped around by these Howling Banshees. They probably won't be able to get this relic by the time they are killed, although mind you, Assault Marines coming in for the defence will be able to narrowly save these scouts over here. Got an engagement going on over here. Corsairs are engaging in ranged combat with these tactical Marines over here. Assault Marines are probably going to go over and try and tie these guys up. Rangers are going to go over there to support those boys. Assault Marines within the firing range of this Listening Shrine. Howling Banshee is quite the glass cannon. Very good in close combat, but unsupported. They won't be able to survive for very long. Assault Marines, I mean, I'd say that in a straight-up fight, Howling Banshees would probably win. But they do have the number advantage. Lots of heavy bottle turrets being built up everywhere. Trying to defend themselves from the constant harass of the Eldar. This heavy bottle turret now being built up by these servitors over here. Another grenade going down, although the heavy bottle turret has now been built up. Assault Marines still assaulting everything within their path. There are some scouts capturing this critical location in the middle as well. So Eldar play quite hemmed in at the moment with all these heavy bottle turrets. They don't really have anything in the way of building, destroying units this early on in the game. We do have some enhanced optics, stun grenades, and reinforced armour being researched. Although, mind you, with the sheer amount of heavy bottle turrets being built by the Space Marine player, that has probably knocked down their economy somewhat. 149 and 30 to 108 and 20. So the Space Marines do have the map presence and the economy advantage. But Eldar are on their tier 2, I do believe, with their Soul Shrine being built up.
We follow the teachings of a sermon.
Assault Marines being shot asunder by the sheer amount of Eldar presence on this side of the map. Although the Space Marines are moving in onto this side of the map as well. Also building a heavy bottle turret inside the base. There's some more Corsairs being built up. Listening Shrines with their shooty bits are going to push these boys away. These Dire Avengers not going to be able to stand up very well against these heavy bottle turrets. Will throw another grenade though, trying to stop these servitors from repairing the heavy bottle turret. Listening Post has also been upgraded. Upgraded, should I say? If I can get my words out properly.
You cannot imagine what we have seen with our
And it
eyes.
all goes quiet. Eldar not being able to push out. Army over here, getting some war gear. Bionics.
The time
Dire Avengers moving down the middle. We'll be shooting these assault marines who are having their armour reduced from the river. Brother Captain, now being regened, is going to push back into combat.
What would you have us do? How can
Corsairs have been upgraded with some rocket launchers. We'll be able to destroy that.
Shall I
turret.
cast the runes for you?
Brother Captain engaging in long-range combat. It does look like the entire assault squad has been wiped out. And the Brother Captain does look like he's not being microed properly. The Brother Captain will go down as well. Corsairs trying to move in and use their missile launchers to some effect. Assault Marines prowling the battlefield. More assault marines being built in the base. Space Marine player quite comfortable in tier 1 at the moment, does not want to move on any further. Do have a lot of combat going on. We have some assault marines being engaged with some Howling Banshees, trying to take the care of these Corsairs. Sizable assault force over here, pushing back these Dire Avengers. Lots of grenades going off. We do have a Warlock out for the Eldar. We'll try and keep these assault marines at bay. We do have some more assault marines probably going to be diving in as a deep strike. Machine cult being built up over here. So it does seem like that the Space Marine player has gone for their tier 2. Assault marines are being pushed back. But then again, they don't need to push back. Well, they don't need to push into the base too much. They do have the economic advantage. And once they get these land speeders on, they will be able to do a sizable amount of harass, although a support portal is in for the Eldar player as well. We do have mysticism for the Warlocks, as well as an imbue fortune. So the Warlock, wherever he's gone, eyes over here. We will be able to add a lot to the combat. We have managed to use some Wraith terms to stun these, well not stun, but in place these assault marines in one location.
What is it you require?
Dire Avengers firing away, Listening Shrine doing what it can. Rangers also firing into the scrum that's going on in the middle. Corsairs losing one of their missile launchers. Even though it's not ideal to use missile launchers against infantry, they will be able to blast these boys around, knocking them down, preventing them from getting some melee in. Corsairs over here being engaged. Howling Banshees jumping in to try and take down these assault marines. Very good firing line from the Eldar player, being able to mince their way through these assault marines. Assault marines are trying to tie up as much as they can, but with every unit that they tie up, there's still another unit able to fire. This land speeder not wanting to stay too close to all these Corsairs. There is a lot of missile launcher fire for it to deal with. Its health will go down fairly quickly. More people being deep striked in. Howling Banshees holding firm, being reinforced. A few more assault marines jumping in, although their numbers are not what they used to be. 2 models being taken down mid-flight, and a whole squad wipe over here. So the Eldar managing to beat back the assault marines. You have some tactical marines over here, slowly but surely using their missile launchers to take down this Listening Shrine. An apothecary and a tech marine is out as well. One singular squad of Dire Avengers will not be able to take down this tactical marine squad, especially when they are sat in the middle of this heavy cover.
What is it you require?
Second squad of Dire Avengers. This apothecary might want to heal himself. Give himself a little bit of TLC. Apothecary does go down. Good get for Dire Avengers. Do have the Howling Banshees once again engaging these assault marines over here, supported by their tactical marines over yonder. Howling Banshees slicing through the armour of these tactical marines, but they won't want to stay in this combat for too long. These boys have managed to take down this Listening Shrine over here, and they will be focusing down this machine cult over here. These boys have been upgraded with some Bright Lances, as opposed to the missile launchers of the other Corsair unit. Tactical marines manoeuvring around the side. The second squad of tactical marines are going to be built up as well. This assault squad, only one boy left, will be shot out of the sky. And they are decapping the relic over here. 108 and 30 compared to the 157 and 30 of the Space Marines. Skulls holding firm against these Dire Avengers. Dire Avengers are doing what they can. They have got a bit of a shiny going on about them, not sure what that means. But they have been able to hold their own. Dark Reapers moving in. Will be able to probably send these tactical marines packing. There we go, they will fall back. But there is a sizable amount of heavy bolter turrets for them to fall back into. Morale has been broken for these Dire Avengers over here. Howling Banshees, Corsairs, and another group of Corsairs will turn their attention over here. Well, this will leave the Howling Banshees over here. Not being able to capture the Relic, they will fleet of foot and run out of there. We do have a Standard Bearer joining these Tactical Marines. We have an Apothecary and a Standard Bearer in their squad as well. Not sure what the Standard Bearer does. I assume, there we go, increases squad morale. Howling Banshees will join in, but this is a lot of bolter fire, and they will push these Howling Banshees back. We have a sizable engagement going on over here. Tactical Marines being slapped around by these Howling Banshees. Heavy bolter turret being shot down by the Corsairs. Dire Avengers moving forward, trying to take care of this Tech Marine. Tech Marine has been upgraded with a Flamer. They won't be able to stand up solo against this sheer amount of Eldar. All these tacticals taking down this Listening Shrine. We do have a Wraithlord coming out for the Eldar. Sacred Artifact building going to be taken down. Very unfortunate for the Space Marine player. Will lose lots of tech capabilities. We'll have to rebuild them somewhere else. Wraithlord coming out. These Tactical Marines have got nothing in the way of anti-vehicle. Wraithlord will push these boys all the way back home. Tactical Marines having a look at these Dark Reapers. The impressive push on the left-hand side from the Eldar will take down another, not Listening Shrine, whatever you call them, Listening Post. Another cult of a machine, or machine cult, sorry, being built up over there. Wraithlord holding its own against all these Space Marines. Will be able to cut through their, or should I say punch through their armour with relative ease, even when unsupported. Howling Banshees pushing back these Tactical Marines. And heavy bolter turret moving these guys back. Wraithlord still holding firm against all this heavy bolter fire. Will be picking up Marines while throwing them, giving them a decent kick in the face. Wraithlord, second one, moving in, trying to tie up this heavy bolter. That allows the Howling Banshees to move up and tie up another squad as well. Assault Marines trying to push these girls back. Standard Bearer waving his flag. Wraithlord not giving one jot to their assaults. There are some Tactical Marines over yonder. They have been upgraded with a multi-melter, well, so just a regular melter gun. They will start melting through the Wraithlord armour, but with only one, they might need to get a couple more online. Brother Chaplain, or Brother Captain over here, has been upgraded with a jump pack. Will engage these Corsairs in close combat. Unsupported though, he might not be able to do all that much. Do have a second melter gun. Will slowly but surely cut through this Wraithlord. Wraithlord is trying to take down these Assault Marines. Tech Marine also joining in. Dark Reapers trying to cut through these boys, but they are stood in negative cover. Might want to move back, especially with these Assault Marines moving in. Mosh pit still going on. Been lots of death going on in this corner over here. Eldar force over here might want to start pushing in. They are able to take down this chapel barracks quite quickly.
No mercy, no respite.
Space Marines have got an important decision to make. Do they keep on pushing forward, or do they go back and defend their base? Chapel barracks has gone down, which will mean that the Space Marines won't be able to get any new squads for a little while at least. Brother Captain trying to stop these Howling Banshees from capping their strategic point. He will jump away, the sliver of health.
Awaiting orders.
Does seem like one Wraithlord has been taken down. Or has it just gone back home? Not entirely sure.
What are your needs?
Tactical Marines just chilling out in the river. Everyone trying to focus down on this Wraithlord. Wraithlords are very, very chunky in this game, as it seems. An armory has been built up over here. Heavy bottle turret and a listing post with shooty bits also doing their work. Corsairs just destroying the base. Space Marines might want to give up on this assault for now and go back and at least stop these Corsairs from doing all the damage. One squad of tactical marines are going to go in. They have been upgraded with a heavy bolter turret as well as a standard bearer, but the heavy bolter turret won't be able to stay online for long when it's been bashed around by those missile launchers. More death and carnage. Wraithlord just chilling out over here, almost dead, mind you. Although it is being repaired by Burnsinger down here. This Wraithlord just picking up boys. Does seem like that was a squad wipe of the submarines. Oh no, it's just narrowly survived, but will finally be picked up like a rag doll, punched in the groin and thrown to the ground. Discarded like an old wrapper or can or something. Tactical marines and submarines not known for their recyclable nature. Ceramite armour. Can't exactly put that in the blue recycling bin at home. Tactical marines going to try and take care of these howling banshees who are capturing the critical location in the middle. But it does seem like the Space Marine army has been completely and totally wiped out. Got another army over here. In fact, we've got two armories. What's the rhyme and reason behind that? There must be a reason for it. Although I'm not sure myself. No more servitors by the looks of things. It does seem like the Eldar are pushing in. Going to be decapping the strategic point. 82 and 26 compared to the 116 and 62 of the Space Marines. Or Eldar, whoever.
I fear nothing, for
Space Marines did have the economic advantage. They were really... I mean, at one point I thought they were a shoo-in for a victory, but it does seem like as if the Eldar have got it in the bag here. Unless the Space Marines can pull out some mischief. They are going for battle armour and bionics, as well as some chaplains, but of all the upgrades in the world, they do have only one tactical marine squad left. Going for a chaplain. But not seeing any more servitors to rebuild anything else. Machine cult is going to be slapped down by this Wraithlord. Brother captain, not wanting to stay in close combat for too long. He has been upgraded with some artificer armour. The tactical marines are going to try and sort out this Wraithlord. Chaplain now out on the field. Grenade going off, but the Eldar don't seem to really care about it all that much. Tactical marines are going to fall to this impressive fire from the multiple Dark Reapers over yonder. One tactical marine, or the heavy bolter dude has fallen. An impressive last stand from the tactical marines. These Dark Reapers have been slowed by something. Brother chaplain, holding firm against the Wraithlord. No amounts of kicks in the face will sully this man's morale. We also have a Tech Marine coming out, elite builder unit. Button Singers doing their best to keep these Wraithlords online. Machine cult has gone down. All that there is left now is these three tactical marines, and the chaplain, soon to go down, will be stricken by the long-range fire of the Dark Reapers. And that is a very long range. Tech Marine out and about. Burnsinger jumping in will throw down a Wraith term thingy, preventing a chaplain from being built up. Tech Marine standing firm, but not standing for long. And it does seem like as if the Space Marine player will surrender. Well, that was a very exciting game. Very much enjoyed that. But yeah, like I say, if you have any games of a similar caliber, with backs and forths and exciting bits going on in the middle, please do feel free to upload them onto the Discord in the chat or links below. I'd really appreciate it, and I'm sure that the viewers and the players would also appreciate seeing their games and whatnot being casted and all that. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landtrack. Pleasure as always, never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace!